4 columns of hoppers attached to collection chests will receive items from hopper minecarts driving over them. This lever will power 2 lines of powered rails, one going towards the collection hoppers and one going away from the collection hoppers. This is the start of an endless rail loop. I like to put a light block in the center of this 9x9 room. Continue adding more rails along 2 walls of the room. You technically only need 1 lever to power the center block, but I recommend using redstone blocks on the ground to power the next line of powered rails. Continue snaking the rails back and forth, powered and regular, throughout the room. You'll eventually go around the center block. That center block will eventually hold up a water source block to hydrate soil above. Form the shape of the rails with the shape of your farm. These concepts will work for almost all farm shapes and sizes. I built 4 rail systems as a mirror image, but you don't have to. I wanted to separate wheat, beets, carrots, and potatoes. Those are the 4 crops that villagers will farm automatically in Minecraft. As they harvest the crops and drop them on the ground, the hopper minecart traveling on these endless loops will pick them up and store it for us. Not only will that bring you free food for life in your Minecraft world, but you can also trade those foods for emeralds to other villagers. You can even find farmers that will buy 2 out of the 4 crops. This is how your rails should look. Fill in the 9x9 above the rails with dirt, and don't forget to release your hopper minecart. Ensure the track really is an endless loop. The mods on this server add airplanes and a pickup ability. There are many ways to transport villagers. I tend to use minecarts in vanilla Minecraft. I've also used boats, and now you can attach leads to boats, so that's helpful. Once the jobless villager is trapped in their farmland area, place a composter over a water source block in the center of the room. Trade with the farmer at least once to lock in the villager's job. Trading will not give them crops to farm with. You must still drop them crops to pick up. To save space in your world, this farm can stack vertically. With a dropper pointed downward from the ceiling and hoppers leading into it, place a detector rail on top of the dropper. The minecart will activate the dropper while passing over it. Continue placing another endless loop of rails and powered rails again, for the 2nd level this time. Redstone blocks are flush with the ceiling, so they can become part of the new floor. You'll get used to placing rails in a similar way when you repeat it over and over. This layer and all layers above will not be directly connected to the main collection hopper chain at the bottom behind the chests. The dropper with hoppers leading into it can connect an infinite number of levels. I recommend stacking layers of the same crop on top of itself, because villagers can pick up the crops dropped by the droppers and start planting those instead. Cover the 9x9 with dirt and release another hopper minecart. Ensure that it is another endless loop. Time to transport another villager. Bringing 2 villagers to your farming area is all that you need if you make them breed. trade at least once with every farmer. Then toss him some crops. The villager can hold a few stacks of items. Seal them in and wait for hopper minecarts to collect the harvest. I happen to be building this inside of an ocean monument, dividing this room by 4. But these concepts can be built in any style, with almost any type of block. The windows I'm adding are for easily checking if this farm is all functioning. I'll be able to see if the hopper minecarts are still going around, and if the villagers are still planting and harvesting.